Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
What's up, everybody? It's the Thursday Mix, and I'm your girl Mojo, your favorite Mixie from Classic Cocktails 205. And we hope that you will check us out at classiccocktails205.org if you're looking for your next holiday mixer or social gathering. Yes, today is a phenomenal day, as you know every Thursday is. After work vibes, it is. Okay, guys? So you may be wondering what's in today's mix. I'm glad you asked me that. Today we have the sidecar. And it's actually called the sidekick because we made a little twist on it. Some of you may be familiar with the original sidecar, made with a little cognac, made with a little bit of orange liqueur. This is the same, but it's the kick because it has a little lemonade. Those of y'all who know me know I love some lemonade. So, cheers to the Thursday mix. Now, before we get into today's topic, I'm going to introduce our very special guest. And of course, y'all know my most fabulous co-host. She is the one and only Big Reed. Big Reed. Oh. Hey, Reed Coleman. Yeah. Yes, the one and only designer of sheepblackdesigns.com. Hey guys, if you know, Reed.
What do you want? Now I'm Big Reed.
Big Reed?
That's a favorite color. That's definitely a favorite color.
I'm just saying.
But anyway, what's up, everybody? We'll say I'm starstruck.
Why is that? Tell people why you're starstruck.
I mean, we got the one and only. I mean, that my God. Fire is out. She's a great friend too. Beautiful spirit. Herself too as well, and what she does. But everybody give it up to That's it. And if people don't know who you are, because I'm pretty sure everybody should know who you are. They don't. They don't know Jane. They don't know. They don't know the truth. So tell folks about yourself.
I'm Tiffany Lockett. I'm an actress, model, business owner, fashionista. That's right. Wife. A little bit of everything, you know.
A little bit of everything.
Just a little bit of everything.
What you are, absolutely.
Well, we are talking about and had Tiffany in the building with us today, guys. We're going to get into today's topic, but one thing you all should know is that she is definitely available to be booked. Any print, model ads, any type of runway show. We have a lot of designers out there in this great city and those that are outside of the city. Tiffany, I'm sure you do travel, right?
I do.
If the coin is right.
Correct.
So with that being said, book my, as you can see, she is flying on all levels. And so she does her job very professional, very great at what she does, and she will make your brand shine.
And not to mention, since we're talking about brand shine and different things, you know, somebody is an ambassador for Sheep Black. I don't know who that is.
My favorite brand. Sheep Black. That's right. Speak on that. I am.
But thank you, ma'am. No, she's more than just an ambassador. That's a good friend, and not only that, she gave me a lot of advice. So, with that being said.
So, let's talk a little bit about today's topic because I'm excited. I can't wait to get into it. And I know you guys are always, so tuned in, and I appreciate that. I want you guys to stay with us in the comments, like, share, follow, give us a nod, be in the game with us, give us some tidbits. When we're talking about this topic, I want to know your point of view. So for everybody that's out there watching the LIM, give us your point of view. So today we're talking about the balancing act, right? Balancing act. And I love talking about relationships. So when we're talking about how people grow in their relationship, what does that look like? Are we really complimenting each other in the relationship? Are we balancing out? Give me a little insight.
for me, I don't know. I think that in a relationship, you definitely grow in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? The person that you are when you get in a relationship, you don't remain that same person. Okay? So I think that your partner has to understand. You know what I mean? My thing is that when the interests don't align, when you go from there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm struggling with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. When I was thinking about the topic, it's like, where do you go from there? Like, how do you make it work?
When you say the interest, though,
Yeah, because you may have different hobbies. You know what I'm saying? You have different interests and things like that. Like, I don't want to go watch Star Wars. But maybe somebody do. But to you, I feel like help me out. Help me out.
I feel like in all things, in all relationships, interpersonal, friendship, um, family, we all grow, evolve, and change. And it's, the only thing that's constant in life is change.
Well,
And so you just hope that the people that you're most will evolve and change along with you. Because one person could be on their journey and one person could still be at a standstill. And so I think that's what makes things difficult when they're not no movement in one side.
now I'll say this because I think that that's the part that scares me the most about getting into another committed relationship. A lot of you guys may know, I've been involved a couple times throughout my life, and at this point, I'm a single woman, and I'm enjoying being single. And for me, it is a little bit scary to consider getting into another relationship and what that's going to look like. Like you said, I'm not the same woman I once was. So the person I thought I knew, she's not here no more. And I'm coming out, not recently coming out, but I'm no longer the person I was in that last relationship. So it's like I'm still in this place of, okay, when I get into a new relationship, who am I going to be? And is that going to really work?
Yeah.
So I'm a little scared.
are you ready?
Terrified.
That's what I was gonna say. There's no need to be afraid because I believe in the law of attraction. So you're gonna attract someone that is not what you want if you're operating on the frequency of fear. That's the problem.
My God.
Yeah, and I think because this is for me, y'all. Be honest. I'm trying to go for what I know I need, right? Or the situation that you design in your mind as being what is, I guess, perfect, even though nothing's perfect. But in my mind, it's like this is what I want, this is what I need. But is it really what I want? You know,
You need to go there.
everybody needs to go there. No, I mean,
No, but seriously, like for real, like I get what you're saying too as well. But it's like when you get into a relationship, it's like the individual go away. It's just like it doesn't exist anymore. Some people, when they're in a relationship, they just it's us, it's about us, we unified, we won. Oh my gosh. Like, no.
you're still your own person.
I want to be big brief. Like, so where does they go? And that's the thing that's the balancing act for me. It's like, how do you get your partner to understand you're still an individual in this relationship? That doesn't mean I don't love you any less. That doesn't mean I don't want you. That don't mean I don't want to spend time with you. That don't mean none of that.
So do we have to conform to being what that new person needs from us? So if I'm a person that, I like to go out, I like to party, I like to be, in the scene, in the mix, if you will, okay, pun intended. But if I like to be in the mix and my partner is not that person, does that mean I need to now calm it down and reel it back and become more of a homebody? Is that how it should be? Absolutely.
I feel like that comes with compromise. Like you compromise with who you are,
Right.
to please someone else outside of yourself. But then relationships are compromise. But I feel like if you're going out, and as long as your partner has an understanding that you're going to come back home and you're going to come within a timely manner, I gotta respect.
I mean, okay.
Go home back on the morning.
Sidebar. Okay, so what is respectable time?
Right.
What's a respectable time? And comments, please, y'all,
Yeah.
let us know what is respectable time. What is respectable time for you? Mine is read there. Before the sun comes.
Agreed. Before the time comes up.
So just whenever the sun, I mean before the sun comes up. So anytime
Then like Christmas time, I get the album.
being there like, hey, we got and it's funny because recently I have definitely done that.
Yeah, it's
It's so well like, oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Let it go here.
catch planes, missing planes. It was rough.
But okay. And I know we're joking about, me and I, but that's a real thing because even, and I know we're three women here, but there's men who obviously like to get out and you want to be out with your boys or whatever. So I'm a little curious as to how that goes with the men. So if we have any men out there in the comments, please share and let us know what that looks like for you guys. Because I mean, I think that for me, I really never thought about it until I became a single woman and really being able to get out and have fun. And then thinking about it like, hey, yeah, I can go home, but I'm having fun.
So if you were in a relationship, what time do you think you need?
I think that there needs to be a compromise. I do because being the woman on the opposite end, waiting on your person to come home, I can understand how that is.
So what time?
Okay. I want to say 2:30 because that seems like that's the correct.
Wait, I need that number. Wait, wait a minute.
It doesn't happen. So I would love to say 2:30, but honestly, I would say like 4 just to give me that extra leeway because I probably won't. I'm probably going for 4. But
That's why you still agree. That's before the sun comes up.
So everybody know when the sun come up. My God. We got everybody in the chat to say what time you get in.
I know people gonna drag us. They're gonna say that is so disrespectful. Because most people will say 2.
That's what they said. We got that's the old thing.
Yeah. My last relationship, he was very much like, okay, 2 o'clock is the latest for both of us. However,
That's when the party gets started.
2 is right. A lot of times if you're trying to make it home by 2, you gotta go stop and get a taco at the taco truck. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever we can order.
Smother chop. Where's my coffee?
So I'm just saying, realistically, if you're one of those people that are out and about and you're in the street, and I don't mean that the wrong way, but you're in the street, then you already know that 2 o'clock can seem like early.
Okay. So we got Michelle here. She said,
Nobody.
whenever you feel like it, I've never given a curfew before. No.
Okay.
I like that. I can dig it.
Now, for me, I would say if I'm the woman at home waiting, I'm not going to necessarily give him a curfew because I understand how it feels. But I do expect the respect to be there.
Oh, here we go.
Everybody wants respect.
So I gotta assume when you're gonna be in your feelings. So you're gonna be in your feelings at 1:30 or 2:30.
No,
2:45.
I was putting the call. I'm assuming that call home that says, "Hey, babe, we still out here, me and the girls, and you hear girls in the background."
Okay.
So he knows that this is your first present, and then
I'll let you know it's still weather for it.
maybe that may not be best for you.
You know people screaming at phone.
But see, I come here and play the rest a couple times. I'll be like,
Y'all laughing, but I peep it though. I'm getting more deep.
but y'all know I'm trying to keep it real up here, right? We're talking about let's really go on, but we're talking about balance. I don't want to get too far away from the topic. The topic is really how we balance who you are as a person, right? If you're a person who likes to hang out versus if you're a person who likes to be at home, there has to be a balance there in order for that relationship.
Right.
Nonetheless. What about when you guys are growing and maybe we already talked about you're not the same person that you were maybe when you were 20? What about when you're like growing in your business? So as a business owner, coming from maybe an employee at one point, now you're a business owner, you're doing things a little bit differently. How does your significant other see that? You want to talk a little bit about that?
I mean, they can honestly be intimidated. To be quite honest, they have a whole different problem that you have to unpack. Like, they might not be as ambitious as you, or but yet they may not believe in your dream or goal.
So when you're talking, they're saying things like, I don't know, man. That don't seem like that's gonna work. And I know a lot of times the people who love us, they're not necessarily trying to be dream snatchers. They're not necessarily trying to be killjoys, but they may be thinking like they're being logical while you're here. But really, they don't realize how much of a discouragement that is.
So what you think about it?
I feel like if you stay true to yourself, like I just started a business recently.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm
really moving ahead.
And I'm looking married for 2 years, but I try to do things that are true to myself. My husband will, and so we compromise on the things in between. I work longer hours now, and a business, and he works a lot of hours, obviously because he has a business. But you just have to compromise, and you have to make time for each other. You had the, I'm saying this, it has to come from both sides. It can't just be one person trying.
Yeah.
So both people have to make a concerted effort, and just make sure that you make that time for each other.
Yeah.
So that the other person knows that they're important. Take a moment out of your emails and your Zoom meetings and send them a text thinking about you, things like that. Just the
And I can see how that can help as far as the jealousy factor because, and this is real because even when you have a baby, your partner has a tendency to get jealous. It's like, oh, now you're focusing on me anymore. You don't look at me the same. You're not talking to me the same. You're not texting me the same. It's all about the baby. And in this case, your brand, your business is the baby. So that makes sense. Your brand is your baby. So when you're building Sheet Black and you're thinking about that next line and you're, communicating with, the Tiffany's and all the other people, the beautiful people.
You said the beautiful people.
But see, that's true though, because again, Tiffany, now you're going into business meetings with beautiful men, who knows? And those things are something that the South is like, wait, I'm not used to that. So how do we balance that?
For me, that is
Annoying.
absolutely, absolutely, literally. Like if I'm consistent, but the only thing that has changed is obviously that my ambition has grown. What is your problem? Like really, like it's still gonna be. It's just my time has been. I have to divide my time. That doesn't mean I don't love you any less. That doesn't mean I'm not doing anything. I mean, I'm going to do less for you. That doesn't mean none of that. Get at your feelings. Let me go with this bag. So I'm bringing you. Shut up.
Well, I mean, you sound so insincere. If I had, yes.
No. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read.
Shut up.
How do you read your
I'm coming home to you every night.
That's not enough.
What do you want? Ice cream cone? Damn, what is it? Bud pop? What? I will bring it to you. I want Krispy Kreme donuts. I got that too. I'll bring it when I get home.
No. So, nephew, before you say your point, because I know you agree.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm trying to hold it in. I have at least about 3 6 things.
You failed perspective on it, so I'm glad you got a point. But before you say your point,
Okay.
my thing is, we gotta be reassuring and we gotta be caring and compassionate towards the people who we originally made our commitment to, right? And so that's what Tiffany was just saying, like, hey, you gotta send that reassurance, you gotta let them know you still see them, you still love them. All of that is so important when you're trying to grow your brand or your baby, whatever that looks like. And you have to make sure that your partner still knows that they're still number one, ultimately in their eyes. Not shut up. That's not tell them to shut up.
Okay, I'm saying that in my spirit. I would never say it out loud. It's different. My thing is, you say that I still see you. When I FaceTime, I see you. I see you. That's something. I text you. That means that we're communicating still. Okay. I tell you everyone, I tell everyone I love you. That means that I'm reassuring you are the one. What else do you damn need? Now,
people are a little bit more emotional needy.
Yeah.
Some people, it just depends upon your spouse. If your spouse is a little more needy, dish out that reassurance.
Okay, but what does that look like reassurance? What do you take your goals around?
You before I say what I am.
You sure?
Yeah, go ahead. I want your point.
Oh my lord. Okay.
I love nephew.
Because you be on my side, that's why I need some reassurance over here. I need some reassurance.
Nah, don't worry. I'm gonna reassure you, Reese. Don't even worry about it. You ain't never got a question.
That's what I love. That's what I love.
This is where I'm at with it. Because I was with you until it was the convincing part, especially if you're talking about towards business. And then because you said earlier, as far as if your loved one don't believe as much, or if they might have some doubts on some different ends or something like that. Usually those come in conjunction. Usually those are paired, especially if they didn't believe and you actually started proving what you've been believing while they had the doubt. Oh, that's gonna breed jealousy into a different level now, because I already didn't expect you to get as far. But now that I see you getting to where you wanted to be, when I see you out there with somebody that look good too, hell no. Everything a problem. Why you out so late? Why you so much focused on this? It seems like I'm a back priority. Like I've been through it.
Hello.
So when somebody is giving you that level of doubt, and this is what I'll say to that point, answer that question for mine. I think on that climb up, there are times where, yes, realism it needs to be apparent, because you don't want to have it so high in the air where you can plummet down. Because a lot of folks, like how she said earlier, like Miss Tiffany said, a lot of folks are emotional. So you can have these super duper highs, and then once they don't go to where you wanted it to, now you got a low. Sometimes that realism base you out. You feel me? I think monitoring where they are without being negative is a starting point to help somebody on a climb. I may not have to understand how you want it to go, as long as I'm there and I'm supporting you, even though I may not even have, because I ain't got to have the same belief in it like you. That's not my dream. But if I am supporting and I'm standing by you because I care about you and the fact that you had a dream, I think that's a good stepping stone to balance out whatever it is. And you got to monitor that when you're going into business too, because you're going to be in these other rings where you're going to be around folks and they're going to be popping way more than us. And you're going to be in that room.
That's it. That's what I was about to say. Like you said, you're going around people who are where you want to be, hoping you are. Because, that's the goal, is to be around people who are on the next level. And that's already intriguing enough. And don't let them mess around and see you when you see them. And, now we have the decent proposal situation.
I love how she put it up.
When we first came out, I was married. Me and us was watching it, and it came up like that. What would you do? What would you do?
Really? Hey, don't say that. Don't say that. Tiffany, you got anything to add to it?
Tiffany, you ain't never had any.
Now I haven't seen the movie.
Oh, he's old. Okay. Have you ever had an indecent proposal? Yeah. It was indecent.
Ladies never tell. I gotta get that out of there.
I've never had an indecent proposal. Where should you see an indecent proposal? Was it in our city or we were out of town?
It was a different thing.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Right.
Oh, man. Okay.
That's just say you go nowhere because this is where I am.
So, I mean, for real, for me, like, when nephew said, thank you, nephew, for being on my side, Mo feel like she got
It's always on your side.
Exactly.
Ain't
You
nothing
always feel
wrong,
like
man.
about yourself, but then now you got ammo, homie over there now saying, y'all in cahoots with each other. I'm out of myself.
Not you want to not give reassurance to me.
Okay. They say, look at that. Look at there. Ain't that how it goes?
Because it's part of my insecurity. Okay? It's insecurity in my, no, for real. But that's all I'm saying. Like sometimes, like in relationships, you have to navigate your partner's insecurities too as well.
Yeah.
Because if you are popular, you doing what you doing, you getting attention and all that, and they over there by themselves lonely,
Yeah.
then you gotta deal with all that negativity, and in a way, that kind of kills your ambition and your dream. Because now half of your motivation gotta go to shoot yourself straight.
Right. So what do? Do you say, hey everybody, this is my spouse, and you bring them along, but I don't know how much that works because a lot of times your spouse is not you.
Yeah. I don't think it would work. I really don't think it would work. Because if they're gonna be insecure at home, then they're gonna be insecure around the boat.
I'm trying to with you. So
Okay.
most things I can use with you.
And does that make it easier as far as the balancing act?
It gives us time. So it's remember we talked about making time. Yeah. And instead of him being home, he's there with me. So we do get good when I do have a break. I go off and have a moment with him. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So that brings me to a thought because one of the things that the actress Monique said was, she was the same thing, bringing her husband along. And I know he was her manager. He was her manager. See what I did there? But,
She know I don't like that topic. Go ahead.
Anyway, but with that being the case, people started feeling like, they were a package. And I guess one of the other personality wasn't always rubbing right with everyone. And that became an issue. But it was like you said, hey, we're a package no matter what. So I'm not going to say has that ever been a thing, but how does that? Priest, you have a comment about it?
How do you never? You gonna give that to me? Okay. Well,
I'm gonna ask Tiffany. Tiffany's gonna comment.
Well, honestly, for me, I think that you have to, you and your partner have to be on the same page, like how you present yourself to the world. Like it's all about perception. So, in other words, if we're going out here, we're gonna be a package deal. Then what does that look like?
Yeah.
And what will people think about us if you acting this way and that way?
Right.
I can tell who I'm wrong with. You, yeah, you doing a little bit too much. Let's keep it at this level. But it's an understanding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have that understanding, y'all supposed to be this package deal and you got some acting like your daddy.
Tiffany, what you say?
I don't know about that.
I still go back to you have that compromise. If you're gonna be with somebody, it's just compromising. And making that time for one another. That's my little formula and it works for me. So
it's the reassurance and the compromise to let him know.
Yeah,
you are my number
and
one.
I don't like compromise.
Yeah,
I was just thinking, am I the problem? Because maybe I don't like compromise.
Well, we know you. I know you don't like compromise. I know.
I'm in my world, I am the least selfish person I know. So in my mind, I am so compromising and I'm so forgiving. I'm so humble. I'm so like that person that will just give you the shirt off her back.
But go ahead and say the but so I can add. But
I am afraid of being in a new relationship. I am afraid of going through the motions and having it all go wrong. So if I'm gonna be honest, I'm afraid of getting into a situation and being like, I don't like it.
And that's your favorite words. You don't like it. Like you
don't like it.
You like what you like. And if you don't see what you like, you don't like.
I don't like it.
That part. But it's a lot of things that you don't like. It's like this damn laundry list of stuff that you don't like.
Okay. I think everybody has a list of things though, right? Everybody has a list.
Everybody has a list.
And so when Tiffany is sitting here and she sounds so endearing when she's like, yeah, you just got to compromise. And it's just, it's great. We got to compromise. And she said compromise about 15 times. And I'm like,
but it's not always going to work. Sometimes the compromise doesn't go right. It's almost like a business deal of sorts, If I give you this time, if you come to set, when I own break, I will spend the 15-minute break with you. Sometimes he doesn't. I want more than 15 minutes. Okay, well, don't come to set that day. That's the compromise. You find something else to do, and we'll reschedule for another day.
Okay.
Well,
it's okay to not agree.
I'm gonna give me a monthly calendar then.
Yeah.
I call a cap on that.
Call cap.
I call a cap.
I want to.
Cause it's good to disagree if you got the right person to disagree with.
Yeah.
You never really know that until you get to the bad time, and usually that's when you're disagreeing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They say you don't really know someone until you have a disagreement.
Mm.
Once you
I
know how
believe
they
that.
react and are angry and when they're high
No,
emotions.
that's facts.
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
facts.
Yeah.
Like you see the real person then
When they're mad.
When they
yeah,
mad,
You
like,
really
see,
do.
You see the.
Mhm.
Like I knew you was about that life. Mhm.
Right.
I felt it. I felt you
So-
with hood and ghetto and ignorant, and you just showed all of it. I'm gonna believe you.
So should we be? This is speaking for the woman in my place, right? The woman who is single, the woman who is dating, who is possibly at a place where people may want to court, and
Humbleness in this person. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Make it happen.
when people want to court you,
Churchill. Oh my gosh,
So-
Rory.
how do I get to that spot to where it's like I want to see the real you? I want to know how you are when you're angry, and I don't want to provoke that. I don't want to pick at it. I don't want to, play stupid games because I don't want to win those stupid prizes. But the kicker is how you get to that place where it's like, okay, now I feel like I've seen this. I've seen enough to be like I can deal with that, or I can't deal with that.
Asking for money.
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
How much?
Damn.
How much can I ask?
Not no
for?
dang $20. Ask them pay a bill.
I don't want no $20.
Ask them pay a bill.
Okay, so then what does that prove me?
I'm swift to say no.
You gonna see how much you matter. You gonna see where you land. You gonna see how
If
much
you want
matter.
to.
I might say hell no, just put some spice on it.
I mean,
Just to put some spice on it.
I'm just saying you can't make no payment arrangement. Son. That'd be my answer.
Are
I
you
need
trying
you
to get prepaid plan?
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
My
How much you
answer
on your
would be
cash app?
Okay, transparency.
My answer would be transparency.
But,
How do I do that?
But how? Okay, so transparency. What's the time frame for me to be transparent with you?
The moment you meet them.
Oh,
Because I feel like when you're waiting to show who you really are, that's when you play them stupid games and win them stupid prizes.
I want that.
You wait because you've wasted your time, not only your time, but that person's time by waiting to ask questions or like, well, maybe if I ask this, then this will make them go away. Make them go away then. They're
what's
not your person.
okay. So what's a transparent question you would ask the person you just met? Like you just met. You just met me. Even though we know each other for a minute, you just met me. What's the transparent question you gonna ask me?
When was the last time you were upset about something, and how did you handle that situation?
I'm never upset. I'm always good. I don't like
Exactly.
anything like that.
Exactly.
I always handle things in a more appropriate
Exactly.
manner.
I'm just
I
a
handle
perfect
things in an
unicorn
appropriate manner.
and I
I'm
poop
never upset.
rainbows.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I said you're a perfect unicorn and poop rainbows because that's the
If
type
that's what you believe, I have a big behind, so I'm pretty sure I do. Skittles and everything. And your point, ma'am.
I'm just saying you're right though. That's the response that we normally get.
Because so you gotta think about it. You always gonna put on you're gonna have your representative there.
Yeah.
So when you
Okay.
meet somebody, you putting on your representative. Like with me, you say what you say I do. You say I lick my lips and stuff and I do my hands like that. I don't do that, Mo. I really don't.
Rubs hands like Birdman.
I do not. I
You
mean,
over there like-
a little bit.
Denying it while rubbing hands like Birdman is funny.
Tiffany, that's a demonstration.
Oh,
That's a demonstration.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, we got a comment on
Okay, what-
YouTube.
YouTube.
Come on here, comment.
This might be risky. Shout out to you. Big dog help me out in real time. But yeah, he said you build to the point where that man can trust you. In hard times, he'll show you what you need to know.
I agree.
So here's my question today.
I agree.
Because
So
in my past situation, trying to build to a point where a man can trust you can kind of feel like you're doing the dance. You know what I mean? Like I'm performing, I'm doing my most to try to get him to trust me. And then of course, when you do things like that, you could be a little bit too vulnerable. You can kind of leave yourself open because if he's not that person, he's gonna take advantage of it. So it turns into this whole I want to show you, and then you really probably shouldn't have did all that.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking to my person who made that comment. I would love for you to elaborate a little bit more based on what I just said, because that is tricky and I've been there.
But here's the thing with that. Can't you go both ways?
Oh
Same
God,
comment.
thank you.
like, I know I had to tiptoe around a whole bunch of situations where we could have just been direct and it been solved.
And just done with it.
That's
And just
right.
done with it.
I
Be
agree.
Done with it.
I agree with being direct.
Now, I do
Tiffany,
agree
what
with you
gonna
though. If we're gonna put it on this level, it does matter who it is, and and if you care enough to go that far with them, I lie transparently. You feel me? The way I lie,
He lies transparently.
I lie
I
transparently.
literally lie to you. You feel me? I tell you up front, don't believe none of this. I don't even think we finna last past the 2 months. Okay.
And she probably like,
Okay.
she over there just a giggling.
Yeah.
You telling the truth like a mug.
You be like, stop playing. I'm like,
I'm just playing.
I still don't know.
Being serious.
But yeah, so once it started getting really serious though, and I'm
Mm.
like, all right, I do care about her feelings to a point. That's where I go into that like that.
Okay. So, Tiffany, what were you gonna say?
I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. The drink is good.
It's okay. We were basically saying, and this is the point I made up based on the comment that the person online said, was that, you know, how much do you want to show up front? Because at the end of the day, a guy does want you to perform in some level. This is my thoughts, that he wants you to prove to him that you're the wife
The
worthy
why we're
or the one, or so to speak. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so a lot of women are out here trying to prove one way or another. We're
Mhm.
cooking. I'm gonna buy you a plate. I'm gonna bring you a plate. I'm gonna go ahead and wash your underwear real quick. You left this at the house.
Who
I,
the hell
I,
is this
I
you talking about?
sterilized it for you.
Wait, who is this person?
Whatever.
a lot
Whoever,
of women.
right.
A lot of women
A
are
lot
like
of women
that.
wear Tiffany. Like who are
All
they?
around us.
Hello.
But you know, you
Who?
can't do girlfriend things, do wife things at girlfriend prices.
Right.
Why am
Yeah.
I doing all this?
Next drink.
I didn't
But-
know it was all this.
I need to
But
be-
a lot of times
What is
that's what they want
girlfriend
to see,
prices?
because they think that, oh, you're a wife when I meet you. So if you're not
Mhm.
acting like a wife, then are you really a wife?
Yeah. It
And
has
so
to be earned.
they have women out here jumping through hoops trying to show that they're a wife.
hell out.
Okay.
They didn't stop selling hoops when they gave him them hoops for you to jump through.
Right.
Buy you a set of hoops too.
Oh, you got a friend
Ooh, I
friend.
like that.
Oh, you got a
Before-
friend
before
with
we
you
go
today.
in- I
You got a
love that.
friend on the sofa with you today.
Buy you
Before
some
we
hoops
go
too.
into that, I want to take a break. I want to take a second.
I remember
because
that. I remember this.
My
I remember
producer
this.
is
I'm
giving
writing
me a
down.
I
signal.
know you.
But before I go into it, guys, I want y'all to remember today's drink, Thursday mix. We're talking about the sidekick. If you don't know what it is, a little bit of cognac. Today we're drinking Remy VSOP.
Mm.
A little bit of cognac, right? A little bit of cognac, a little bit of lemonade with a little bit of orange liqueur.
Okay, you got your sidekick with you today. You got your sidekick and your sidekick Tiffany. Okay,
Hey.
that's cool. I feel some kind of way.
Nephew, what you got for us?
All righty. On YouTube, he went and answered your question.
All
He
right.
said, so you ain't in control. Keep dancing. That's what submission is
That's the
for.
problem. That's the problem.
Don't admit your femininity. Fear is a mind killer. Risk and reward go hand in hand. Also, shout out to my boy Zeke, friend of the show. He said studies show that men trust women more than y'all think. We just don't talk about how we feel and whatnot, because what our women desires is more important. Best to just lie or not say
Not
anything.
say
That's
nothing.
what I got.
Oh,
Y'all are
true.
proving my point out there today. Y'all are proving my point out there today.
Don't say nothing.
Shout out to the men in the comments.
No. I love it. Thank you very much.
Just lie about it. No, shout out to my men in the comments. Thank you for being honest, because that's one thing I always appreciate is a man who is honest.
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna tell you that you're full of crap, because I'm gonna tell you that
How?
basically you telling me keep on jumping through these loops, and as I keep on moving the goalposts, then you gonna keep on jumping higher.
But everybody jumping through hoops. Though.
Exactly.
You
Yeah,
ain't
You
got
ain't
to,
alone.
though.
That should
Like
feel
for
good.
real, y'all
No.
act like y'all ain't putting it
What
out
we're
there.
doing, we're trying to get to a place where we're normalizing not jumping through hoops, where we're normalizing just being honest up front and having honest, open conversations.
Let's not
That's
talk
what
about
we're
the honest
normalizing.
conversation.
All this guesswork and playing games and jumping through hoops and trying to prove what for nothing. No, let's just be honest.
Yeah, let's be
because-
honest, Mo.
Some women are saying to themselves, I really want to be a wife, or I want you to be or I want to show you that I'm wife material. And so they're doing all these things instead of just simply saying, hey, I'm trying to get married within the next 4 years. Where are you at?
Yeah.
Okay, then show me
I
who
agree
you
with
is. Show me what you is.
And then he could say,
no, show me what you is.
He could say, no, don't show me nothing.
I need you to show me what you is.
And see you a part of the problem.
No, I'm not problem.
Toxicness.
No, how's that toxic?
Because
I want you to show me what you is.
This hoop jump through it.
Okay, so in other words, we are up here talking about being honest and all this other type. Show me what you look like when you wake up in the morning.
What's spending the night then? Shoot.
You remember we talked about men, you having the hoops for the men. Come change this oil.
No, but I'm just saying, y'all put on the
show me
no.
if
what
you don't
what I
take
mean?
my trash out because I don't like touching
No. What
stuff.
I mean is, y'all put on a representative every time y'all walk out the door.
Everybody does it.
Everybody.
But even if we do,
Y'all put on a representative every
Even
time
if
y'all.
we do-
Foundation had a lot of things.
you're right.
It really does.
Girl.
Foundation, and then all that stuff, y'all, that duct tape and everything you be putting on your belly and stuff like that. Show me what you is.
I done used.
So if you
roller
want to be
tape.
white material, we talking about it. Then put on it. Like for real, y'all be
Duct
taping up
tape on
stuff
your
and
belly.
everything like that, and then next thing you know, like you don't, and then the hair and everything, that's not your hair. Show me what you is.
What makes it not your hair?
Just
I
'cause you
spent
got
money on
Tiffany,
it.
just because you got a receipt does not make it yours.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. That's ownership.
Yeah.
No, it get grow up out your scalp. Like
That's
show me what
ownership.
you
Ownership.
Because if I'm finna give you my dog, if I'm finna be committed to you, I need to know what the hell I got. Do I have beauty or the damn beast? Which one?
Well, first of all, you can always see beauty even through the makeup.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Now, if you're dealing with someone who has caked up makeup and they looking like they're going to a pageant, then you know
Or a
that
funeral.
there's probably going to be some differences.
You gotta understand when I meet you, I might have had like 8 sidecars.
But
And
that ain't no one else's fault.
next thing I know,
But-
my eyes are showing you looking like a filter. And then I wake up the next morning
I went to bed
and
looking like a
Instagram
filter.
filter. That's what I'm saying.
And now the fence is on the pillow. But okay,
That's what I'm saying. Am I right? But I mean, y'all some people sit and talk about you gotta do this, change my oil, take out the
I
trash.
think that it goes
I
hand in
mean,
hand.
Yeah,
I
it's
do.
give and take.
Thank you.
It's give and
Tiffany.
take.
If you like a grown man that can take out your own trash, I'm not taking it out.
First of all, just because a person is grown doesn't mean they can.
If you look like a grown
well, then
man,
what are you over here? If she look like a grown man, you shouldn't
too many
be over there.
sidecars.
I'm kicking Reese off the sofa.
Yeah.
She is at this point. No,
I'm just
longer
saying.
on the sofa.
Like this, y'all okay, but y'all talk about man, independent. You won't be independent, but
I ain't never. I need a man.
Right, exactly. I'm
Real bad.
very much for independence. I'm very
what?
much for a woman who can handle her own and,
Take out a
and
hefty
also
bag.
be able to, work your job, make your money,
Take
pay
out a
your
hefty
bills.
bag.
Because here's the real thing is that everybody ain't able to have full-time support. So as long as everybody's not able, then everybody needs to have the opportunity of independence.
Yeah.
So
But
we're
you-
just talking about the level of opportunity. So you should be able to make your own money and do your own thing. Now, however, if you are not in that situation where you have somebody who is willing to love you and provide for you, then I'm all for that. No woman wants to not be secure. That's number one rule for a lot of women. We want security. Men want support, women want security. So that goes across the board. I don't care what color we are. We could be purple. A purple woman wants security.
Facts.
Just know that. So while men be out here trying
go
to play
find
the
a
role
Barney.
and white women this or black women that, guess what? We all women. We
Yeah.
want security.
At the beginning and end of every day.
Right. So, and also, but we want to be able to walk away if a person is dogging you out and treating you like crap.
Mhm.
And that's where the independence come from. So I don't like those lines getting too blurred because it's just not fair. You should not want not you, but no one should want to be in a situation where they don't have options. Everybody needs options.
I'm shutting up.
Facts.
But
I
go
don't
back to
talk no
the topic
I don't
of,
talk no
of
more.
whether or not we should be proving ourselves, especially up front. I think that the conversation needs to be had. Don't get me wrong, as a man and my men that are out there in the comments making comments about whether or not a woman should be showing, I do think that everybody should show, right? Show and tell. Show that you have love in your heart. Show that you have a certain ability to be reciprocal. Show that you listen. Because, just as a woman, well, we want to be able to tell you, hey, I struggle taking this trash out. I want you to hear me and be like, you know what, baby, I got you. I'm gonna come home and take your trash out.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So that's as a woman, I'm listening to you when you say, hey, I go to work every day and I have to go to the vending machine to get my food because I don't be having time to make myself no breakfast. Boom, I heard you. So if that means me getting up at 5 a.m. to make you breakfast and drop it off to you, that's me showing you. But I don't want to feel like I'm having to jump through hoops to show you. I'm showing you care and concern, but I want you to receive it as that. Not like, oh, I got me a sucker today. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then vice versa. I don't want a woman to be like, this dude coming over to take my trash out and he gonna shoot me $20 for lunch every week. Oh, I got me a sucker. Because that's not cool either. It ain't cool.
It's the give and take.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You actually ain't got no discourse with me on that. This is the only part that I piggyback on. When you do that, don't then think I'm mandating it. Recognize that you're going out of your way to be considerate.
Right.
Because there's a lot of folks that will go out of their way to be considerate and nobody asked. And because you do it, now you're thinking I'm telling you that's what you need or that's the requirement because I don't turn it down.
Yeah.
There's a lot of situations where that go unsaid BS or because I'm doing it and I care.
Yeah.
It start getting, oh, well, this is what they want. And if I don't do it, it's a problem. You know what I mean? I think men and women have that where it developed like that. And it's like, oh, man. So now you think somebody not being consistent because women love saying dudes.
Oh, we do. I was just going to say.
So now when I stop or I pull back on something I was being considerate of you of, when I pull back on it, now you thinking I'm changing up. No, that was me being considerate. I didn't have to do it from the jump, and you really didn't ask, but that's what you wanted, though. You feel me? I think that's a area that you got to be able to manage.
I agree. I totally agree. And you're right. We are quick to say consistency. Yes. We are quick to be like, oh, he wasn't consistent, or I find consistency sexy. In the beginning, you did this, in the beginning, you did this, and then all of a sudden you don't do that no more. So you're absolutely right. And for that, I will say that we got to be mindful. That's really what it is. Mm-hmm. I think that going into situations or relationships, everybody is so protective of themselves. They don't be as mindful of the other person. We're always, we have like this blockage that says, I'm going to critique everything you say and do. And I'm going to kind of create this, excuse me. I'm going to create this alternate opinion based on what you show me, you know what I mean? As opposed to what you say. So if I come into the situation and I'm telling you I'm a thoughtful woman, I'm this, and I'm this, he's only going to hear about 10% of that, because really he's really going to do is watch what you're doing. And we do it too. So as a man, if he tells me I'm the kind of man that likes to, take care of my woman and make sure, I'm looking for every opportunity. I'm like, well, he said he want to take care of me, but he ain't come change my oil. I told him my car was ticking. He ain't say nothing about that. Or, and I think that there's that point where we have to be a little bit lenient. We have to be a little bit graceful, especially depending on where you are. Because if I just met somebody 3 months ago, should I really be expecting him to do the most? Should I expect him to come over and change my oil? I mean, it'd be nice. But is that a fair expectation? And is it fair for him to expect me to be getting up at 4 a.m. to make him breakfast? Is that fair? Because that's a bit much. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even though those are great expectations, I mean, those are great activities and things that we do for each other, but is that fair?
All righty. I got a comment over on YouTube. My buddy Zeke. he's been wild. Shout out Zeke. He said this. Options. Sounds like prostitution. $40 here or $2,000 there. Free oil change, grass cut from flirting with old boy.
And that's why I've been quiet the whole time.
He said being a considerate man sucks.
That's the reason I've been quiet. I just shut up. I ain't said it.
Around it all out. He said consideration is key. Step away from self and see who a person really is without asking for stuff.
I agree. Now, I think so. Let's put a rule out there. Let's say for the first 3 months, nobody should ask for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask for nothing. Now, I know that kind of can be a contradictory because we talk about asking for the cookie, we talk about asking for money, we talk about, all the things. But hey, if we take asking for anything off the table for the first 3 months, then guess what? You really get to know a person.
You really do. You really do.
There's no motive there. I already know I can't ask you to come take my trash out. I can't ask you for $40. I can't ask you for no gas.
Mhm.
And you can't ask me for no cookie. You can't ask me for no breakfast, no lunch, no dinner, no nightcap. Don't come asking for
That's
it. I ain't
boring.
Well, is it?
It's
The
boring.
first 3 months. The first 3 months is get to know you time. So
It
let's
is.
talk about stuff. Let's get on the phone and talk until 2 a.m. until I say I can't take it no more. Or until I start snoring in your ear. See how sexy that is.
You getting to know if she's
You
snoring
get
or
to know
not.
you
Like you
real
getting to
well.
know things. Learning thing. It's a reconnaissance mission.
He'd be like, I got to know you was snoring.
Yeah.
I just don't want. I just don't want to agree with her. So I'm just saying anything. I don't want to agree. With her.
See,
I just feel
toxic.
like maybe a little bit,
Just
a
a little bit.
smidge.
I
could
like
be
it a little
that.
toxic.
I feel. You say you feel a toxic.
I like it a little toxic.
See, now Tiffany, we won't be on my side.
I like it. I like it. I like you to have consideration, but a little splash of toxic ain't never hurt nobody.
Yes, it has.
Oh,
It's hurt me every time. A little bit. Yes, toxic hurts.
That part. Yeah. Yes, it has. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Well,
no.
I think that's
Well,
a
it
great
depends on
rule.
how toxic though. I'm still
Yeah.
on the toxic part. It depends
A
on how
little
toxic.
splash.
Should I tell you I'm being toxic?
No.
Oh, I should just-
Nephew will. He'll tell you straight up. I'm lying.
Yeah,
and-
I'm lying.
lying
I'm being
and
toxic.
transparent.
You gonna get there?
I lie about the toxic part. Yeah.
Yeah,
I lie.
okay.
I'm telling you I'm lying. I don't tell you if I'm toxic or not. That's the trick right there.
Yeah, I feel like toxic should always be a Jack in the Box surprise for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Hey.
Just know.
Got
just-
Joker.
Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah, just know it's part of the bundle.
You're
Like
like,
when you
I knew
order
it.
a Big Mac, you getting fries.
Yes.
Bull crap.
Yeah.
You getting fries.
Like the fries in the bottom of the bag. You didn't know you needed them, but they're always the best.
See that? I knew I
See?
watched
Oh
that.
my God.
No way.
Oh,
Here we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tiffany, baby. You in the mode? Okay, there we go. My gosh, them sidecars do it to you every time. I'm telling you the truth. Sidecars.
so
My
okay.
gosh.
So we're at a place where we're talking about balance in a relationship, and we're talking about what that looks like when you're growing your business or when you're just growing as a person. We talking a little bit about what it gets when it gets a little bit intricate when you're like, hey, this is new, but we're trying to grow somewhere. And my sentiment is to be honest. I know Tiffany, you said the same thing. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it up front. But we know recent nephew is toxic. We know that they don't believe in necessarily being honest up front.
Wait. Where that?
So-
Wait. Why am I toxic? Why am I being labeled toxic?
Well, for one, you said that she needs to shut up. And for two, I'm just
I didn't say that I'm telling her to shut up. I didn't say
said,
you
she need to
shut up. I'm
and
just saying in my spirit down here, I'm saying shut the
It's
hell up.
spirit.
But I'm saying to you,
my spirit is
physically,
toxic.
babe, it's okay. Don't worry. It's all right. That's
Well,
what's coming out my
let's
mouth.
talk about the truth, because the truth is that you may need to worry, because,
Oh,
and I'll just say, I love to be honest with y'all, that when you're in a situation where you are dealing with people who are a little bit more intriguing, a little bit more on what you want to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say on your level. They may be above your level. So the Diddy's, let's talk about like Diddy, because before he had these allegations, he was the man, right? And so you saw a lot of women being drawn to him. You have young women that are like, oh, if it was you, so I was with it, in the words of Cassie. So with that being the case, it happens, right? You get with somebody, or you find somebody who is playing like they're intrigued or playing like they really want you, but they want you for other reasons.
yeah, because
So
I
here
already
they come
gone in
with
with
an
an intent.
indecent proposal.
I don't have to tell you what my intent is.
Well, I'm saying that happens.
I don't. I saw that look. She gave me that side eye. I don't.
So
I
let
don't
me
have
ask
to
you.
tell you what
So
my
if
intent is.
a millionaire woman
What's
who
that?
is pulling strings like the puppeteer. And she's like, look, I want you.
Oh,
and
she ain't here.
She's giving you
Oh.
the proposition of a lifetime. And I know that wifey may be watching. Hey, Portia, we love you.
Portia.
But the bottom line is that if this was an indecent proposal, how do you really handle that? Because we know that
I know how I'm gonna handle it.
our
They
drive
sell
is a
gallons
little
of
bit
baby
different.
oil at Sam's.
Not the baby
You don't need no damn baby oil.
You, I'm talking about the. What we talking about? I mean,
Diddy would be proud.
yeah, I mean, exactly. You gonna need all this for this ball. Where it gonna go from?
But I'm saying, like, I'll be honest and say,
Propose
I
to
can't.
me, indecent. You said she a millionaire. Is
She's
it
a
hers? Or
millionaire.
is it inherited, or she got it? Is it in a bank account right now?
It's in her account.
Is it
What
liquid?
you need?
Exactly. And she's like, look, don't worry about it. We're going to Saint Tropez on
I wear
Friday.
roller skates every day with a bumper sticker on my behind.
And she's
and run
like,
around
we're
the
going to
whole
Saint
damn
Tropez
house.
on Friday. You have an appointment at the realtor.
I'll be like,
I mean,
Usher.
at the tailor tomorrow to go get your clothes. Everything's like Mia did Martin and damn in the
Thin
movie.
line.
In Thin Line, baby. She had him. He was over there cheesing like a Chester cat.
What part
So-
did you not hear where I said I'm gonna have a bumper sticker on my
Oh, you
ass?
gonna
I'm
go
gonna be
for it.
roller skating like Usher around there. I'm like,
So
whatever you
you
want.
going to Saint Tropez no matter
Hello?
what.
What you mean? Yes.
I'm saying
You only
so-
get one life to live. I'll make a mistake. Okay.
Okay.
I made a
I'm
mistake.
with you on that, friend, because at the end of the day, I'm probably going to Saint Tropez. Nephew.
Oh,
yeah,
you gonna get over that part real quick? You old toxic ass. See, I already told you.
I'm keeping it real. I'm being honest. Y'all know I love to say that.
You said you led with the key word million.
It looked like
Million.
it looked like Miss Buffy with you over there on Facebook. Shout out Miss Buffy.
Who-
Miss Buffy.
Fan
Miss Buffy.
definitely of the show. She said, I am with you on that.
Hello.
Someone once told me, don't start doing anything that you aren't willing to keep doing it. I agree. If there are things that I can do for you, is because I cared. It was something I chose to do for you then. It doesn't mean that I'll do it as a routine, and vice versa. I appreciate what's done and when it's done.
Well,
I agree. Okay.
Miss Buffy,
okay.
I agree.
Okay, Miss
but-
Buffy. I get you
So
on
it
that.
sounds like she's saying, look, I'll do what I want when I want for you. And I want you to appreciate that. I don't want you to look at that as something that is now an obligation.
Yes.
So if I like to cook breakfast, don't look at it like,
Yes.
woman, where's my breakfast? And you be like, I was just doing that every now and then. That ain't the standard.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we need to have that conversation, because if you made me grits and eggs, I want my damn grits and eggs every day. If you're gonna iron my shirt with the starch, I want to iron it every day. Don't set me up for failure one day, because I'm in the shower thinking I'm gonna get out the shower
Ain't gonna
with
get
the
them
grits and eggs, and I'm put on my starch
And she
shirt,
over there reading
and
the
then I ain't
book.
got the damn thing. Now I'm looking at you because I'm mad at
She over
you,
there with a
because I'm like,
self-help
what
book,
happened
like-
yesterday? Yesterday, you was
Hey.
appreciated because I showed you I appreciate you in my way.
Right.
I showed you that, so you don't want that again.
So
Was
when
it
I
not
cook
good enough?
eggs, I need to be
Was
like,
my
don't expect
appreciation-
this every day.
You know, okay. But we let ourselves down when we have expectations. You said expectations. That's an
Yeah,
expectation.
that-
Ooh,
That's all
say,
I'm just
say.
gonna go. I mean,
Yeah.
I just said this earlier, so I can't
Yeah.
really disagree with Miss Buffy. I literally just said
Yeah.
it earlier.
So I need to be
Ain't
like,
nobody
look,
on my side.
I
I don't
know I'm
like
up here
it.
cooking
I wanna
eggs
go home.
butt
But-
naked today. But
Okay,
don't-
then.
Expecting this tomorrow.
Oh, okay, then you don't have to do it that same way tomorrow. Well, bro, tomorrow.
But you still want them eggs.
Don't make eggs.
Yeah.
Make grits.
Yeah.
Make an omelet.
Slowly go back to what you was doing.
Make French
She
toast.
said, be versatile.
I mean, really. But why are we stopping the whole process?
Yeah.
I don't understand that, Miss Buffy. Where yet? Miss Buffy, why are we stopping the whole process? Tell me that. Keep it going. That's my
Tell them,
nourishment.
Miss Buffy, say, hey, some days are a treat. Okay.
Yeah.
Every day
No,
can't
that
be a
is not
winner.
a treat.
Every day can't be a winner. I know
No,
that
a
much.
little Debbie is a damn treat. If you're gonna give me something, you're gonna give me
Debbie.
something. Like, what are we talking about here? Let's be for real, people. I'm saying, if you're gonna cook for me one, you already know what it's gonna do to a fat girl like me. I'm coming out the shower, I got grits and eggs, sausage, pancakes, and stuff like that. I got a whole
Baby,
all-star
eat
breakfast
pancakes
laid
while you
out.
putting on your
And
drawers.
and you know what I'm saying? And I'm in hog
gotta
heaven.
be
I'm
light.
like, yes. And then I show you how I'm gonna appreciate you because you did that. I'm like, dang, you thought enough for me to do that. So I'm gonna give you this.
Reciprocation, okay.
And then you want me to wake up the next morning because it's not an obligation. And I ain't got nothing but some cereal. Now I gotta get out the box myself. And you still want me to appreciate you?
I would pour it.
Hell.
Have your milk on the side so it's not soggy when you arrive.
Right.
All right,
You gonna
Tiffany,
eat?
thank you.
There's the thoughtfulness. There's the thoughtfulness.
Y'all gotta understand.
Hopefully they like the series
She's a
song.
damn good actress, ain't she? Hey, everybody out there.
Book my girl. Book
Hey.
my girl.
Tiffany's a damn good actress, don't you think? Like, look, I mean, she said that with a straight face and just
Yeah.
looked at me in there. I believe that too.
Yeah.
I believe like she's gonna pour some syrup for me. In
Pour
the
them
show.
cereal. Have your milk on the side, your spoon, a napkin. Mhm.
But when you
Yeah.
get there, you
I can't
just tell me.
Okay.
Great actress. My gosh.
But no, y'all, I do agree. When it comes down to jumping through hoops and showing who you can be, I think that maybe giving them a little bit, but making it known. Hey, I want to be married, and this is just throwing it out there
Mhm.
because I don't believe in saying that. I don't believe in telling people you want to be married because that's kind of almost like baiting. I don't like that.
Oh,
Baiting?
I don't like it because folks say
That
make your
lets you know my
intentions known.
intentions.
Make your
Yeah.
intentions known. But if a person wants to marry you, they'll let you know.
Oh.
Period. And if
Okay.
you don't have to be that woman that's like, hey, I want to be married. I want to be married. I want to be married. Because he gonna be like, oh, I already know what you want to shut you up. You know, and he may be that one that's willing, especially if you have a good job, if you have a good car, if you have a good home, or you have a good whatever. He may be that one that's willing to say, hey, I'm going to shut her up with the ring. And I'm going to capitalize and enjoy all the fruits of what she has to offer because he sees that you're a giving, caring woman. But in the back of his mind, he knows that he is still not going to be
Okay.
completely committed
Okay.
to this because
Wait.
it's not what he wants.
So I ain't trying to.
My goal, hold on before I'm finna land. My goal
Yeah,
is
land.
my point is to say, let him choose to love you based on what he chooses. He shouldn't have to know what your criteria is and what you want. If he wants to love you, he's going to choose to do that.
Okay. Oh,
Ooh.
Tiffany, go ahead.
I agree
Before
with that
say-
to a certain degree.
Mhm.
I feel like you have to let them know your intentions, that you hope that this leads to marriage. Because I feel like if you don't, some men will procrastinate and drag their feet on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will.
And well, you never said you wanted to be married, you know? So I feel like let the intention be known and then leave it at that. And then
Yeah.
if he wants to love you from there, allow him to love you and
Yeah.
then make that decision.
So up front, saying
Up
it,
front.
hey, maybe the first couple of dates or maybe whatever. Eventually, I do want to get married. I'm a woman who sees this for myself.
Yeah.
You know, a life, a family, a blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
But that's not something that you should drag into his head every single time. y'all get
Every
together.
time, agreed.
because now you're basically letting him know what to do. But go
Oh,
ahead.
oh, now y'all looking at me. It's a co-host
I
over
want
here.
to give you an
Oh,
opportunity.
no, y'all was over there having the whole damn conversation by yourself and look at my girl, yeah, all this and stuff, and y'all ain't know I was over here.
Okay, come on.
I'm over here. Big Reese over here now. I'm
Big
telling
Reese.
you.
Big Reed,
Yeah,
not the little one.
Ain't little today. It ain't little today. Interchangeable. Okay. Anyway.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Okay. Y'all know me, y'all. I got my point right there. Man, I
Baby, the
forgot my point.
sidekick is kicking.
The sidekick kicking
It
in there.
is.
The sidekick is kicking.
It
though,
really
for real.
is.
Y'all get you a
what
sidekick,
that
like for
called?
real. Get you a sidekick, like right now.
Y'all got that yakking, y'all.
Yeah, if you got some yak, if you got a little yak, then go on let it happen. Go on let it happen. But my question to you and my rebuttal really is over your she's tripping over your comment that you made about saying married and all that. Where you trying to find this man at the Piggly Wiggly or something like that? You should be equally yoked. So therefore, he should have the same thing that you got. You talking about the nice house, the car, the money, this and that. So if you're not talking on your
Agreed.
level, then don't say nothing. That shouldn't even be a part of the conversation.
Problem with that is that women get a hard rap for being gold diggers. We get a hard rap for going after someone who already has it together. And a lot of times, and men be talking mad smack about a woman who only wants a six-figure man or whatever. And the kicker is for a lot of women, they don't necessarily want that. They want that, but they understand that that's not always realistic. So we're like, hey, I'm willing to take a man who's not necessarily where I want him to be, as long as he's a caring, giving, loving, honest man. You know what I
It's still
mean? We
cheap.
want the characteristics more than we want the dollar. And ultimately, a good woman can take whatever you got and multiply that thing. So if I'm looking at it like he has potential, and I know we've had disagreements about seeing people for potential, but everybody got potential, right? So if you work in a regular job, you got potential to do more. Everybody got potential. So if you're willing to love me the right way, I'm willing to love you where you are. And a lot of women will, especially a lot of successful women. So you have to be, as a successful woman, you have to be 100% mindful of how much you show him, because he might just be there for the ride. And I've experienced that too. I mean, honestly.
Well,
LIM Network says stop being gold diggers.
Ain't nobody digging for rocks.
Point
I mean,
and standpoint.
Ain't nobody digging for pebbles.
okay,
Exactly.
But you know I love you.
I just
You know
said
I-
most
you know I
women
love
want
you. You know I
security.
love you.
If he said that about us, guess what? And I don't know his preference, but a lot of people will go out to the YT society and cake them up real quick.
Wait, what kind of society?
Shout out to
YT.
Shannon Sharp.
Okay, wait a minute. Before you go into that, let me. Before we go all the way over there to the other edge, over there in Mount Brook, bring it back.
Okay.
Okay, so we just said, and I just said, Tiffany, you know I love her. I'm gonna bring up something that she said. I'm
Go
gonna use
ahead.
because she used my words against me. I'm gonna use her words against her.
Hit me with 'em.
You said that you can't want wifey tendencies off of girlfriend prices.
Right.
That's facts.
Okay, then.
Right.
So what the heck does that mean then? I mean, wouldn't that be somewhat like, is that like gold digger status? So you want me to give you all
No.
mine?
No, but just have it.
Assets.
I'd like to know you got the gold on you. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be
You
damned.
feel
He
me?
got gold on you.
I got to know
So
you
I
got
got
some
to
gold.
show. Okay, so I got to show my bling bling. Before
You
I
don't
get
have to show it, but it's nice to know that you have it.
She need to know it's there.
Yeah, you know.
It's a
And I know
Get a
it's
payday
an
loan
aura.
for me the damn well.
It's an aura about you.
Facade
Yeah.
today.
Oh, you said, no, you didn't. You said it's the aura.
It's an aura about you. And we know that
Yeah.
because if you're a person who is there,
Bridget with you. She said exactly.
yeah, it's an aura. And I'm not gonna
It's an
say
aura.
frugal people are great because sometimes they do have a lot of gold. Not that I'm digging, but I'm just saying.
Oh, not that I'm digging, but you won't know the gold there.
Oh, it ain't tricking if you
Yeah.
got it.
So
So if
so
you
if the
got
gold
it,
ain't
and
there,
got
you
his
ain't gonna dig.
spending
That's
it
what you're
in a
saying.
certain manner, then we can see that it's there.
Yes.
You ain't gotta have. I have not asked you. You have not given. You
Oh,
have
so
not
you a
paid
subtle
bill.
gold digger. You're
Doing what now?
subtle.
It's not being a gold
Subtle?
digger. It's simply acknowledging
That is gold there.
that
That there's
it's
gold there.
there.
So
Am I
you
the
on
That
Twilight
the
Zone or
opportunity
something?
of security is available. The opportunity of security, because again, women, we love shopping, we love vacations, but we want security. So at the end of the day, and this is any woman, purple, yellow, pink, whatever, every woman wants security.
Yeah.
And so if you have security available, or if you have the possibility of getting me secure, that makes a difference. Just like a man, he wants support.
Yeah.
That's why they say they go for the
How
white
you know
tee.
that a man wants?
society.
Okay, so you saying that a man's like his key priority or focus whether it's having support behind him.
Support. They be like, oh, I want a woman that's supportive. She needs to care for me. She needs to support me in my dreams. She needs to make
Not the voice.
breakfast. She needs to wash
Is that
my
your
socks.
man's?
That's her man voice.
Hold on. I gotta do it. Really, a dude get to do this. You are woman splaining, and I don't like it.
Yeah, say, huh? What's a woman explain? Explain to me what that means.
Because for a guy, support isn't the same as y'all secure.
Well,
No, it's not.
Not at
It's
all.
on the same level, but it's not the same thing.
it's not even on the same
It's not
level.
on the same level.
Well, tell me then.
She don't know everything. She know every damn thing. That's a problem.
I know what I'm talking
She
about.
already know everything. That's y'all problem.
I know it all.
Because for the right dude, if he care about you, you ain't gotta give as much support. You can literally get past with what would be seen as minimum level support.
Hello.
And it goes the longest way because we know at least she down for me.
Mm.
At least she gonna help me out. At least when something get hard and times come, I cannot worry about her leaving.
There you go. I know you
Or
got
the support that y'all describe, which is always, or if not mostly in financial, That shit can go. And for a dude, that when I hear that, that is the most unsecure relationship I'm in now. Now I'm like, oh God, dog. I can't not have it because if I don't have it, she not here. And I like her too much for that.
Cletus, where you been? Cletus, where you been, friend? Where you been? I've been over here struggling all day. I've been struggling. You won't talk, but where you been? I've been getting eyeballs and all kind of stuff on here and there. And
I was admiring
where you
your
been,
head.
friend?
I had to produce it.
Damn. I've been on this bridge by myself.
So what you're saying is that if a man does not have any finances, he does not have a woman.
That's what most women
Duh.
tell us.
And
Hold on,
that's
hold on.
not true.
Don't word twist. That's what most women tell
Tell.
us. It's
Duh.
She say I need security, and she describes her security in financial.
Mm.
That's when I know. Oh yeah, I ain't here for long. Let me trick it out, and then you get what you can from it.
Yeah.
And
makes
that's
sense.
when you get in a toxic or a nasty.
Yeah, that's the
situation for a
problem.
Dude that recognize it early and he start using you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
feel me? But
that's
from
the
that
problem.
point, you already like you said before. You already told him what it was, so now he already hip to the game. You just playing his style now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bet it's single player. Let's do
So
this.
now we all playing the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for a dude that actually do have some care or some love for you, it comes as a disappointment because it's like, dang, she
That's
like
how you doing
everybody
it.
else now.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean,
I
okay, I
mean,
can backtrack. I can't backtrack.
I still like to know the
I wanna
funds is
backtrack, okay.
available.
You said what now?
I still like to know the funds are available. Even if you're buying a home.
Show me proof of funds.
If you are buying a home, the bank wants to know that you have proof of funds.
Absolutely.
It goes back to business.
So okay, so we're
After all that being
treating
said, I
this.
still want to know
but
the
then
funds are available.
Okay, so the balance of this partnership is we treating this like a contract. So it's a business deal.
All things are.
All
Friendships,
things are.
all things are.
So the
Everything.
amendment
It's give
is
and
that
take.
you need to know that the bag exists. That's a clause.
It's
that's in
not
that
necessarily just the bag, but are you spiritually sound? It's a lot of things. I like to know that what you got over there. What you got?
Absolutely.
You know, you got the funds. Are you spiritually sound? Are you emotionally intelligent?
Emotionally intelligent. Yes.
Like,
Damn, you
what
got
you
an
got
echo?
on you? Yeah, like we got
I
to
am
know.
the echo of
And
the
that's
day.
what security is for women. It's not just a financial thing. Now, if you're dealing with a woman out there and she's only talking financial, that ain't the girl from you.
Right.
And girl, did you hear what I said? That ain't the girl for
That's
you.
the girl for you.
Okay.
That's
okay.
not the girl.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I get it, but at the same time, when you need me to fill out this job resume, where's your resume?
Exactly. She should have it as well.
But the
You
piggyback
acting
on
like women don't be out here damn bossing up in this world.
You know, black women
But
are the
y'all
highest,
don't
highest
share it.
educated people.
Why we on
We-
here? But this is the thing, though.
We
Why we
got
on here?
papers.
Why we on here faking the phone? Y'all are not as transparent as you make you seem. Like y'all are not that transparent.
Oh, I be
You
a little
won't know
too
everything
honest.
about me, but not
You want to see
everybody.
my degree?
Not everybody, but I be a little too
Okay,
honest. I'm just
D
gonna say it.
Tiffany is a different story.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, everybody's not like that. You won't know everything about me, but you gonna give me bits and pieces about you just to keep me interested.
You gotta
Don't
ask the
accept
right
it.
question.
Don't accept it.
What
You
the
have to-
hell's the right question, Mo?
Whatever you need to know.
What
You want to
eating?
know the AM health report? What is it called? The eye health, the records. You need to be asking about that first. You need to
I
also
want
be
to see your
asking
Equifax.
about the Equifax. Don't get me wrong. I know some things are
I'm gonna Google
private,
you.
but for the most part, we need, especially if we're talking about going to that next level of marriage and family, then we need to be talking about what the credit scores are.
Yeah.
We need to be talking about what our next step is as far as purchasing power. And that goes back to credit score.
Mhm.
What can you do? Because we can talk about what we want to do, but what can you do? So those things are so important. All of that is a factor.
What are some of your non-negotiables?
Ooh.
My non-negotiable.
Yeah, like that's important too. There's a lot of
Yeah.
things that people don't talk about. We talk about such surface things, I feel like, when you're dating. Like, what do you like to do for fun? What do you let's get deep.
I don't care what your favorite color is.
Yeah, let's get deep. Okay. Like, what do you have in
No,
store?
my favorite color, ma'am, could be
Okay.
very romantic. Okay. What my non-negotiables is at the age of 44, I really ain't got too many damn non-negotiables. Now I think about it.
A bald head.
I can work with that.
She can shave it off.
I can work with that. I don't do not What your head gonna do for me?
Shade the ball.
Wait a minute, that didn't sound right. Wait.
Okay.
Damn,
I'll take that back.
it can do a lot.
Head, shoulders,
Hey.
knees, and toes.
What you
Hey.
say? I'll
Hey.
take that back.
Hey, Rich, you gotta slow down. You getting
Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's a sidecar, man. It's a sidecar right now
I
for me.
got you, bro.
You know, yo,
We
it
got
just
any
came out
comments
too
out there?
soon. You dig? It just came out too soon.
Nephew, do we have any comments in the world? I think.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Buffy, shout out to her again. She said,
Hey, Buffy, I love you.
Hi, Buff.
Text. She went into it.
I love you,
She
Buffy.
said, "Thank you. I'll do what needs to be done. There
Oh,
are
this for me.
there are routine things that are done, like ironing a shirt, for instance. I'm talking about the extras, quote unquote. The little surprises instead of scrambled eggs Benedict.
Oh, you
instead
done
of
went
pancake French toast.
Hey.
Instead of-
Buffy.
So
Buffy
yes,
said
we
razzle
fall
dazzle.
into a routine so the house can run, but you won't get French toast every day, but you will get breakfast. Things in a relationship have to be reciprocated, but especially when it's when you first start seeing someone, seeing where it's going.
I
Miss
love
Buffy,
I agree
Miss
with Buffy.
I love you.
I agree.
Yes.
I love you.
Buffy,
Write a book.
You are welcome.
Miss Buffy,
any
write a
day.
book for us. Write these young women a book. You
YG.
said I'm still
put
gonna
that
iron your
recipe
shirt.
in there by that.
You said
Eggs, scrambled
instead of
eggs, big and
pancakes, so you gonna get French toast. Miss Buffy, write a book, Miss Buffy, please.
Or you gonna get them cereal with that milk on the side and your spoon in your
Buffy got
Baby,
Miss Buffy got somebody.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can tell. I can tell, but she can help a lot of
Buffy.
people. I want Miss
I
Buffy to
love
write a
it.
book. There'll be a New York bestseller. I promise you it will. Thank you so much for clarifying this. Because she's talking about she ain't gonna cook it all.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you
Shut
did.
up.
Yes, you did. You talking about cereal in the box and not gonna get
But
side.
see, it's the same thing
Miss
as Miss
Buffy
Buffy
said either pancakes or she could say you have French toast.
You're not gonna get that every day. You
Why?
like everybody would. I would like to think that you like variety in your menu.
There
So you
go.
may get French toast, you may get
There
pancakes,
you
you
go.
may get grits and eggs, you might get some cereal with that milk on the side, that napkin and
I
that
like how
spoon.
she put that sexy voice on.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
You gonna eat?
I want to hear what is the comment?
Let's go.
Eat.
Let's go. We only got a couple more minutes left in the show.
You're not
Let's
gonna
go.
eat.
I'm ready.
Give us the comment.
Because we in here now.
You're not gonna
We
eat
in here
it.
now.
All right, man. Zeke, I'm
What's he got? Please. Let's go ahead and take these on 15 minutes out.
My
And
buddy
say,
Zeke,
Taylor.
he said it's a lot of group of women out here
my God.
with a grown man driving her car while she at work.
Right. Exactly. And
She
I
said-
agree.
She said funds before spiritual or emotional
Emotional
intelligence. What about work ethic and common sense?
And there you go.
Oh my goodness. He
Yeah.
also rounded out with saying, forget your degree. How many bodies you got?
How many babies?
Okay, how
The
many
bodies
babies?
don't
Baby
matter.
daddies
How
and
many
the
abortions?
The
abortions.
baby daddies and the body don't matter.
So,
And we agree with the credit score.
do you
So-
poop in your sleep?
What? I think we all do.
That don't matter
we?
either. So to address all of that, I will say the body count don't matter. The bank
Yes, it
account
does.
does.
Yes, it
It
does.
doesn't.
You need
Yes,
to know
it
if that
does.
check engine light on, ma.
The bank account matters. Yes. If I put in my sleep, you better just be all right.
Roll
with
the
that.
other way.
How are we okay with this right now? How are we okay with this
Everybody putting their sleep. I think.
Okay, I agree.
Everybody do.
Not every day, but shit, it happens.
After a
so-
little Taco Bell, you never know. You know, or those cereal and that milk on the
Yeah.
side.
Definitely how you
Yeah, I'm with Tiffany. I'm
But-
lactose intolerant.
No one
You're in the milk
said,
moment. Yeah,
no
that
one
part.
said that you should ask about the bank account before you ask about their character.
Yeah.
Obviously, the character is something that we're seeing and we're identifying every day. So I do agree that that is the most important
Oh, my
factor
gosh.
of when you're dating somebody is to get to know that character.
Yeah.
But my thing is, why can I not ask about your body count? Is that rude or something?
I feel like you should be upfront about your body count.
I
Because
mean,
like
But
I
are
said,
you gonna be
I'm gonna
transparent?
lie.
Are you gonna
I'm
be?
like,
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you
shit,
gonna
I'm
lie.
you
gonna lie?
want to know if that
Because I only
transmission slip
been.
Because
I
the
only had.
shit,
I got 4 bodies in my bad.
you can tell the truth. What NDRE say? You could tell the truth by the way it feels.
The lie.
Yeah.
That is a lie.
You don't know.
You cannot tell the truth by the way it feels. Because some women out here, and this is just me, I've had three kids. I've not pushed the D's. Saying call them D's. But anyway, but at the end of the day, I've not pushed out no kids. So I've had 3, but my vajayjay is tight as ever because I've never had to go through the same thing that most women have had to go through. So, right.
Do your Kegels, ladies.
Exactly. And for a woman who is doing her Kegels and doing her thing regularly, you can't tell. These men love us what they can tell, but baby, they will still wife a woman who got 7 kids.
Yeah,
so
they will.
Clearly, it ain't even about
I can
that.
tell. I
It ain't about
to
that.
hit. So shut up.
Man, you definitely can't tell.
You don't know what I feel.
That was a
You don't
palm
know what I
tree.
feel.
That was a whole palm tree.
I love my friend, but baby,
You know what I feel. She be
A
there.
magnolia.
Do she be there? How she know what I feel? Look, I have a bird's eye clue.
Bottom line is that you can't tell.
I have a bird's eye view.
We gotta refresh the topic, man. Gotta refresh the topic. Shout out to T. Jared over there. She asked what the topic was, man.
All right, man. We
got
all over the place. We all over the
got
place right now,
all
man.
the things. I'm sorry.
But the topic was supposed to be balancing. How do you
We-
balance in a partnership? So, and we just having a conversation.
Yeah.
Man. Join in. Where you fit in.
That's what
Like
happens.
you tell
Put
you
cognac in your
Just
drink.
join in where you fit in, my dog. Thank you for watching, man.
Thank y'all for being here today. It's the Thursday mix, y'all. I know when you slip cognac in your damn cup, ain't no telling.
And that's what happens.
Ain't no telling what's gonna happen.
You
But
did.
the original topic is talking about balance and act. And so, yes, we're talking about how we balance ourselves, our partners, where we're growing, whether it's personally, business wise, or whatever. We're always growing. I tell my kids this: a tree is dead when it's not growing anymore. So as
Right.
long as you're alive, you are continuously growing. There's always something to learn. There is always something that you should be striving for at the next level. So when we are talking about relationships,
Yeah.
whether you're married, single, or trying to get married, because some of us single are not trying to get married, but you know, it could be what's next for you. Whatever that looks like, at the end of the day, how do you balance who you are, who you're connected to, and what that looks like? Because that's important. Because in order to have a healthy companionship, there has to be compromise, apparently.
And I think,
This
you know,
is Tiffany's
honestly,
word.
okay, we got Buffy came back. I see it. Buffy came back. What you got?
But Buffy said, sorry for the responses are delayed, but y'all not techie. I just seem to be getting used to this text jargon. I have to use correct English and spelling, and I'm texting, and sometimes I might be eating I might be cereal or coffee.
Look,
You know what
Buffy,
I'm
I
saying?
gave
With
you
the milk on the side,
Buffy.
and a spoon, and
I
Breakfast
told
is
you.
cereal and coffee.
You gonna say this to me?
With
I was
the
trying to
milk
hook.
on the side.
you definitely
But yo,
don't
this
put
been
in
a
your
great
food,
conversation
Buffy.
in your part. You always got. Anyway, this has been a great. We're gonna have to run this back too as well. But yo, and man, we got an amazing guest on the show, Miss
Yes,
Tiffany.
today
Baby,
has
I'm
been a great
excited,
topic.
I'm starstruck.
Today has been a great topic. I thank you all for joining
Yeah.
us on the Thursday mix. Hey, I want y'all to come back every single Thursday. We have a great guest, maybe the same. We may repeat some
You wanna
guests,
come
but
back?
at the end of the day,
I would love to come back.
You sure?
that would be great.
That's what's up. So
at the
before
end
we
of the
go,
day, we're gonna have a
yo,
great topic.
Mo, before we go, let Miss Tiffany tell what she got going on and new things
Absolutely.
going on, and you know what I'm saying. What's in the future for Miss
Absolutely.
Tiffany,
Tiffany,
right
give
now?
us the rundown on
What's
everything
going on with you?
and how we can connect.
I am Goddess Geechee on all social media. I'm in the show called Dundrel Heights. It's on Tubi and Amazon. Check that out. I have a music video coming out with one of my close friends. Collaborating with Sheep Black. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully you guys have me back. It has been an amazing time. This side, what is it?
The
Sidekick.
sidekick.
The sidekick is kicking.
Well, I've been calling the sidecar and you the sidekick. Which one is the sidecar, sidekick?
We'll talk about that off air.
It's gonna be the side piece by the time we done with it.
That's really what I wanted to say, but I ain't want to get a little too raunchy. But the sidekick be the side chick.
It's gonna be
It
the side
get
punch. Yo, I'm sorry, Tiffany. Go ahead. What you got for us? Anything else?
Yeah, look me up. Give me a follow. I follow back. Again, it's Goddess Geechee on all social media. Thank you guys for having me. It has really been a great time.
Facts.
It's
She
been
gonna be
fun.
back. I want to be back. We got
Fun
to
times.
talk.
Fun
So
times.
Thursday,
All right, y'all.
toast to the Thursday mix. See you guys next Thursday. It's been great.